Hi friends, welcome to Kodai Linux. This session we are going to work with some more aspects of SCD command. First we are going to work with couple of scenario concerning remembered patterns and then editing entries in a config file or any other needed file using SCD. How do we non-interactively edit a config file? For example, if you want to deploy a web server, so for that we need the config file and we need specific customized entries for that config file. So how do we do that editing using SCD? So we are going to learn these things, right? Okay, first we are going to check out this particular thing, like a particular kind of expression like this. Okay, so here what we are doing, we want to here our requirement is like this: the path for the file is so and so, this is binary. Okay, after colon whatever is there I don't want, or maybe I want to consider it as another part. Till colon whatever is there I want to consider it as one part. So how can I do that? So as long as it doesn't encounter colon, as long as it doesn't encounter the colon, okay, I want to keep considering that till the colon character is, and excluding that I want to consider that, and I want to remember that as a particular part. Okay, for that what I can do, I given SCD minus R for supporting the extended regular expression, then substitute, then instead of that our usual forward slash I have used hash. So if your only condition is that we can use hash, we can use underscore, we can use percentage. Okay, only consideration here we need to, only thing we need to take care is that, okay, if you are using hash you have to use hash throughout. See, hash hash hash. Okay, fine. So between the first pair of hashes what is the pattern to be substituted in that. Okay, in that pattern to be substituted, let me just minimize the spaces so that we are able to get everything in a line. Okay, so this we are able to get it here, right? Okay, so SCD hyphen R substitute. Okay, and then what to substitute, we are giving that as a remembered pattern within a pair of bracket, and in that remembered pattern what we are giving, okay, a slash. Okay, wherever in that input line, okay, there is a slash followed by, okay, zero or more occurrence of non-colon character. What is the meaning of prefixing a character, a set of characters within square bracket, okay, with the caret symbol? See, let me repeat. See, within square bracket whatever set of symbols we give, whichever set of characters we give, that means, okay, single occurrence of any of the character, in that set of characters, and this is known as character class regular expression, right? So as a part of character class regular expression I have given a colon, meaning a colon character. Okay, but that colon I have prefixed with caret within the square bracket. See, outside the square bracket if I give a caret, that has got a different meaning. The entire regular expression I am prefixing with a colon, with a caret. Okay, that has a different meaning, beginning, the line beginning with that particular pattern. But here within square bracket, the set of characters, one or more characters, I am prefixing with caret, that would negate that set of characters. So this caret colon means negating the colon character. Okay, meaning what does it mean? Negating means non-colon character. Okay, zero or more occurrence of non-colon character. It means what? As long as the colon, it's not a colon character, it should consider those set of characters. Okay, as long as a colon character is not encountered, keep on considering the set of characters till the occurrence of colon character. So starting from slash, okay, till the occurrence of colon characters, keep on considering the characters. That is the meaning of this. Okay, fine. And that you remember it as the first remembered pattern, that is slash one, and then succeeded by any dot slash star. Any other characters? Okay, that also that is we are telling that succeeded by any other characters. Okay, it may be anything else after that colon, and then what I want to substitute by slash 1. Okay, the first remembered pattern I want to substitute by. Okay, fine. So let us see what is the output. Okay, in this case specifying G and not specifying G mean one and the same. G means global, so anything we want to match globally, we want to search for that pattern. That is the significance of G. The path for the file is, observe the output, the path for the file is /usr/bin/cat. After cat, okay, why the subsequent characters are not output? Because I am displaying only /1. I am substituting that pattern with the /1. So /1, what will /1 mean? /1 mean slash followed by, okay, that is your \1 mean the forward slash followed by 0 or more occurrence of colon character. Okay, that is non-colon characters, 0 or more occurrence of non-colon characters. So here the colon character is encountered. Till then it will keep on be reading. So nevertheless from the beginning it will keep on be reading, then it encounters a slash, then till then it will be reading till colon character is reached, it will read. So and excluding the colon character, it will store it in /1, right, \1. So that is the reason we are getting this kind of output. Okay, so I believe you would have understood this particular example. Okay, ls-l, okay, ls-ltr tail -5. Okay, so regex examples.txt. Let me just. So here there are 3 lines. Second line you can try. Second line and third line you can try. But I have told you the basic, right? That is non-colon character. So here that is the main thing. Okay. So that is the meaning of the prefixing a set of characters within the square bracket. So based on that idea, you can try the second and third one. Okay, here whatever I have given here, maybe I will put it in the just a description also, so that you can check it and then you can try that. Okay, fine. Then next you have a string like this, which is made up of dd/mm/yyyy. Okay, before this let me clear the screen. Okay, you have a dd yyyy. So here what is my purpose is that, you know, dd yyyy, these 3 I want to separate. I want to separate them into specific substrings. How do we do that? How do we separate them into substrings? What I do? First remembered pattern 0-9 2. Okay, meaning I am basically I want to get this out. Okay, dd. So 0-9. Okay, so that any digit character, 2 occurrence of digit character. Okay, this is known as quantifier. This is known as quantifier regular expression, curly brace. So I am using the -r option for so that it supports extended regular expression. Again 0, then followed by a slash. That is, we want to match this slash here, correct? Followed by a slash. Again 0-9, next remembered pattern within a pair of bracket. Okay, 0-9 2 occurrence of digit character, then slash, then 4 occurrence of digit character, then so you have the /1 /2 /3. So I want to display it in the form, that is I want to substitute that with /3 /2 /1. So let us see. Yes, 2021 350. So in this substituted pattern, if I want to add some message, I can very well do that. Okay, this here is like that. Whatever message I want to put here between the second pair of hash, I can very well do that. Okay, fine. Next, let us see how do we edit the configuration file. So the configuration file we are considering here is view /etc/ Apache, there is web configuration file, sites available /gci.conf. Okay, this is the configuration file we are considering. So here I have given something like server admin murali.example.com, document root, okay, and then server name. So maybe I want to edit it, okay, to my customized requirement I want to edit it. So how do we edit it? Let us see. With the help of a shell script and using the SCD, within the shell script using SCD, how do we edit this configuration file non-interactively? Okay, I'll just clear the screen first. Okay, so here you have sample input data cat sample input dot data. Okay, we'll keep it over there. Okay, so that we will use this for editing. Okay, so okay, vi, you have a file called editconf.sh. Okay, this is copy. Okay, this is server admin, right? So here, okay, this script, let me explain you this script. Okay, we are accepting the configuration file and then we are getting the full conf file, that is the full path name, and then if that file doesn't exist we are generating appropriate error message and then we are terminating with the exit status 1, and then we are accepting values for server admin, document root and server name, and then we are executing the SCD script. Okay, why we are executing with the sudo command? Because I need to ultimately update this $full_conf file which is there in etc Apache 2 sites available. So I don't have the permission, only system admin has got the permission, but I have the sudo rights. That is the reason I am executing with the sudo command. Then it will ask my password, I can supply my password, then it will be done, I can edit it. Okay, so thus I am editing it. So just let me quickly take you through this, how what is the meaning of this command substitute. Substitute at the beginning. Okay, that is the line that begins with 0 or more occurrence of tab or space succeeded by server admin, and that server admin I want to remember, so I am giving it in bracket, succeeded by 0 or 1 or more occurrence of plus, sorry, 1 or more occurrence, so plus means what? 1 or more occurrence of space characters followed by 1 or more occurrence of any characters, and that I want to substitute with what? /t, that is tab character, followed by /1. /1 is what? That server admin, that one. Okay, that particular string /1 followed by that user input for server admin. Similarly for document root and server name. And as I am specifying 3 scripts, okay, so multiple scripts, every script I am prefixing with the -e option, and finally the name of the configuration file in which it has to do the editing, and then here I am telling file successfully edited. Okay, fine. Now I am executing this shell script. Okay, enter name of the configuration file gci.conf. Okay, enter values for the following parameters: server admin admin at sampledomain.com. So that is a reference for me, so I can type that out. Okay, then document root, okay, /var /www/ okay, sampledomain.com/html. okay, and then server name sampledomain.com. okay, I have given all the necessary inputs. Now it is asking my password before executing the SCD command because of the sudo command that I am executing. So I need to enter my file successfully edited. It is giving a message, file successfully edited. So how is this script executing? It's asking for me to enter the configuration file you want to edit. Let us suppose I am entering a wrong file name, then it will tell there is no such file, and then it will terminate with the exit status 1. If I am entering the right file and in that path it is finding the name of the file, then what it does, it asks for the relevant input from me, okay, and I am entering that input, or I am providing the necessary inputs. Then it is asking my password because I am executing the cd command with the sudo. I have to specify my password. Then finally it is giving the message file successfully edited, because that is the message I am giving at the end, right, at the end of the script. Okay, so now we can check whether that what is it, update has been done in the file or not, right? Okay, I have another window, I have another terminal, I can check over there. I can cross check admin at sample domain, sampledomain.com/html. Okay, so view, okay, /etc um, /etc, okay, Apache to sites available, then gci.conf. Okay, check the entry, server name sampledomain.com, admin at sampledomain.com, and where/www sampledomain.com/html. These are the these are the entries by which we wanted to append. Fine. See, one thing is that one way is that we have accepted the input from the user. There are another ways also. Let us suppose that these inputs are all coming from some okay process. They have been they have been added to some file, and from that file I want to read. Yes, we can very well do that. With a while loop we can read line by line, and whichever line contains that whatever we want to add, we can pick it up, and then we can assign it to the variable, and then we can okay, once we assign it to the variable, then we just it is using that in the SCD script. That's it, right? So that also we can do. You can go through my while loops. Okay, there I have explained how to read the entries from the file. Okay, there are various ways of reading the entries in the file. I have explained them detailed as a part of that while loop, as a part of the looping. So there you can get that information. Okay, so that while loop you can get from the shell scripting playlist. Okay, the while loop and my video on the while loop in particular, and loops and control structures in general. Okay, so with this we are coming to the conclusion of this session. Okay, I hope this would have been useful. Thank you. We will see again in our next session. Just before concluding, I want to share a thought with you. Do you seek something or aspiring for something? Start visualizing it with your heart, emotionally, every moment. Then the universe will bring all the opportunities at your doorstep towards achieving your aspiration. See, you have been, let us suppose you have been aspiring for something so much. Okay, so naturally you will keep on be thinking about it day in and out, day out. Okay, that itself will take you to that goal. Okay, always keep a positive thinking, and you can always get success. So inspiration from Rhonda Byrne, the author of The Secret. Okay, so with this let us conclude today's session. Thank you, take care, bye bye.